Hey folks, it's Lindsey Hollis from SPS back in the building at the annual Horatio Williams Foundation Coaches Clinic. And what a great way to kick this off. I have Coach Rob Senderoff representing Kent State. His 12th year just completed. Thanks for being here in Detroit and coming out for the event. So what brought you out to the Horatio Williams Foundation Coaches Forum?
Well, I have a lot of friends who've coached in Detroit, and we've had a lot of good players from the city that have played at Kent State, and just excited and honored to be a part of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you made the, 3.5 drive in, 3.5 hour drive in?
Less than 3.
Less than 3,
yeah.
okay.
For those that may want to come out to Kent State, less than 3
Less than 3, yeah, we got to get all the talking points right,
Less than 3.
Less than 3, but what do you find you have to do when you're out talking about the great program you have at Kent State, just to make people know, make them aware, what do you really share with people when you get out there?
When we're talking about our program, we talk about the family atmosphere that we've created here at Kent State. Like I said, my 12th year just finished up. I was an assistant prior to that. Every guy on my staff right now is a former player, has played at Kent. My associate head coach came out here with me, Jules, and that's what we've tried to build at Kent State, is a place where you want to be at. Coaches want to be there, players want to be there when they're done playing. They want to come back to Kent and be a part of it. We have a kid a couple of years ago who again from Allen Academy, which I know closed down, but he's playing professionally, and in his off season he comes to Kent, and that's where he stays. So it's great to be here and to talk about Kent State, and we've had a really good program for a long time. So to be able to talk about that to people is something I really enjoy doing.
Yeah, you guys were dancing this year too.
This year we did 28-7.
Oh man, awesome! How important or how overlooked is the accomplishment of being able to make it to the national tournament, man?
Well, at our level, in the MAC, it's a great league with a lot of good teams, but only one team is going to get to that stage, and being on that stage is what it's all about for players, for coaches, for administrators, for fans, and to get that opportunity it's an awesome experience for our guys. A few weeks ago when we were there, we played in Albany. The whole week leading up to it was amongst the best week any of our players have ever had. So it was a lot of fun. The whole season was a lot of fun, ups and downs, but it was a lot of fun, and it's an awesome experience to get to play in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, talk about a recruiting opportunity. Just to say, hey, this is what we do. 12 years, you've been able to see a huge arc in just what college basketball is right now. This new P word has introduced itself, the portal and all that. You dealt with COVID. Talk about what recruiting is like, or just getting athletes to kind of buy into what's expected now, in this 2023 recruiting season, and just being a college athlete.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably the biggest challenge as coaches that we have, is that it's an era where everyone wants things right away, and that's how it is. And
Coach, I can't get it right when I come in. I can't get it all like I've been thinking about on social media.
And sometimes you can, and sometimes it's a process, and each person's path is different. I'll use Kent, for example. I've had freshmen that have played right away, but I've had some where it's taken them 2 or 3 years to get it. But those that stick with it, eventually they get it, and they've had unbelievable careers and great experiences at Kent. So, everybody's different, but that's certainly, in 2023, recruiting is different than it was in 2013 and even in 2020, to be honest with you. So it's changed a lot, and you have to adjust with it. And to me, the thing I try to do is, I try to do the best I can for my players. That's the bottom line. I'm trying to give them the best experience that they can get at Kent State. We try to give a transformational experience as opposed to a transactional experience. Yeah. And it's not for everybody, but it's been good for a lot of people. And the guys that have finished for us have gone on to do some great things and things that I'm really proud of.
Yeah, I like how you talk about it may be a challenge for some, because when people come in, they play and they have success, nobody talks about that story. But talk about dealing with adversity. And we talked earlier about mental health. The DWIHN Integrated Health Network is a huge sponsor of the work we're doing, promoting mental health. What role does dealing with mental health play for you now as a coach, with all these other things going on in the world and from sports.
Yeah, honestly, that's a great point, and that's something else that's changed. At least we talk about that now. 10 years ago, nobody really spoke about mental health or the challenges that student athletes are going through, and some of that is because of the expectations and because of the social media and because of the world that we're in. There's so much pressures put on these kids and young men that, we have somebody within our department that they recently hired that's full-time that works with our student athletes, not just players, but our players, but all student athletes that can, for the challenges that they have as young adults, as young athletes. And for a lot of my kids, it's, the first family member that have gone to college and the pressures they face in that regard too. So it's a challenge, and it's something that we really talk a lot with our players now, much more than we did. We didn't talk about that at all 10 years ago when I started, but that's become progressively more and more important, and something that we really try to address with our players throughout the season.
Well, Coach, that's something to be proud of, having those resources there, having gone to the national tournament, being in Albany. I mean, you got some great things going on. With the time we have, what do you want to let, parents, players, just the community know about what's happening at Kent State, along with what we talked about, which is a reason to have Kent State on their radar? Yeah,
well, look, Kent's a great program. Last 25 years, from a basketball standpoint, there are 7 programs in the country that have not had a losing season for 25 straight years. Okay, Kent is one of them. Kent, I think it's Gonzaga, Xavier, Michigan State. I think Kansas is in there. Quite honestly, I don't even remember them all, but there's 7.
You can stop after that, man.
We're one of 7. So we've done a lot of winning, which is great. Since I've been the head coach for the 12 years I've been there, we've had 46 seniors and 45 have gotten their degree from Kent, something that I'm proud of. We've had 24, 25 of them go play professionally after leaving Kent. And like I said, I think Kent has been a transformational school and experience for a lot of our players. And again, no college is perfect. It doesn't matter where you go.
That's right.
It's not perfect, but Kent has been really good for a lot of young men, and Kent's been great for me and my family. I've been there in total now 19 years as an assistant and head coach, and it's an awesome school. It's a large school in Ohio. Like I said, less than 3 hours.
Less than 3 hours away. I was going to let them know.
Less than 3, and we've done some great things. So for those that might be interested in checking us out, please do.
Wow, wonderful opportunity. I want to congratulate you on the success you're having, that you're going to continue to have, and just tell our viewers, hey, check out Kent State, put it on your map, and if you're lucky enough for Coach Cindy to show up, some good things can happen. Hey, I want to wish you the best.
I
okay?
appreciate it.
Thanks so
absolutely.
much.
Thanks for having me.
With that, this is Lindsey Hudson with SPS, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.